Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a very important issue on section 56 subsection 2 clause 7a read with rule 11 UA. The purpose of discussing this case is that it is very painful for the assessees and professionals that when the assessing authorities passes the assessment order, they even do not go into the matter that which provisions are applicable for the assessee for that particular assessment year. The simple rule is that if the case is related to the assessment year 14-15, whatever the provisions are there for that year should be applicable to the assessee and not the provisions which are there at the time of passing the assessment order. Those provisions are not applicable. This was the simple issue in the present case. Secondly, it is again very painful for the assessee that nowadays the first appellate authority, that is the CIT appeal, has more or less become the second assessing officer, which only do the role of cementing the order of the assessing officer, or in other words just repeating and copy pasting the order of the assessing officer, killing the very purpose of the first adjudicating authority, and due to which there is a lot of burden on the tribunals also. The name of the case is Principal Commissioner of Income Tax versus Mind SM Technocast Private Limited, and this case has been reported in 460 ITR at page number 7. The matter has been decided by Honorable Delhi High Court and the date of the judgment is 4th August 2023. In the present case, the assessee purchased 48% shares from 3 entities, and the shares were purchased at a value of rupees 5 per share, and before purchasing these shares, the assessee also obtained the valuation report from a chartered accountant who gave the valuation of the share at rupees 4.96 by considering the book value of the asset shown in the balance sheet. As all we know that before 1st April 2018, the rule 11 UA says that for calculating the value of the share, the book value of the asset should be considered. Although there was a significant change in rule 11 UA with effect from 1st April 2018, which says that for calculating the value of the share for the purpose of section 56 subsection 2 clause 7a, the value of the share is to be calculated by taking the stamp duty valuation of the authority of the assets which are appearing in the balance sheet. When the assessment was going on, the assessing officer was of the view that the shares should be valued for the assessment year 14-15 as per the provisions which are applicable as on the date of the passing of the assessment order, but the assessee tried his level best to convince the assessing officer that my assessment year is 14-15, so the provisions for the assessment year 14-15 will be applicable to me. But the AO made the addition by taking the value of the share at rupees 445.72 per share. CIT appeal as usual upheld the order of the assessing officer. When the assessee went to the tribunal gave relief to the assessee by saying that the assessing officer and the CIT appeal has misapplied the provisions of rule 11 UA and section 56 subsection 2 clause 7a for the assessment year 14-15 for the assessee. The department moved to the court just for the sake of going to the court and filing the appeal. Delhi High Court said that there is no default with the order of the tribunal in giving relief to the assessee, because for the assessment year 14-15, the valuation which has been adopted by the assessee is correct, and the valuation rules as on the date of the assessment order should not be applied in the present case. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Principal Commissioner of Income Tax versus Mind SM Technocast Private Limited, and this case has been reported in 460 ITR at page number 7. The matter has been decided by Honorable Delhi High Court and the date of the judgment is 4th August 2023. Thank you, friends.